Hello everyone, we're back with a new tutorial, and this one's actually going to be on creating a background and also creating a necklace. Now this picture, I still have a good ways to go on it before it's done, but yeah, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of the process, and also too I have been taking screenshots of this actual drawing so you guys will be able to see it from start to finish, so I'll compile that together in a video so you guys will be able to see. And yeah, so we're just going to jump right into it. So the first thing that we're actually going to work on is I want to go ahead and get the necklace out the way. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to zoom in right here, and I'm going to come over here. Always make sure that you have a new layer. We have our new layer right there. So just always always check, because you don't want to start drawing on top of your artwork. Okay, so we have our layer. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to select this brush right here. We're going to make sure that that's the one that we're using. Okay, so once we do that, let's zoom in just a little bit more. Alright, there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is select about the size. Now you see that the little circle right here, that's scaling? Pretty much that's what size it's going to be. So see, if I tap, then that's what size it will be. So we want to make sure that we have a size that's fairly decent, that actually looks believable to be like a pearl around her neck. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start right here in this corner, and we're going to space it a little bit, and it's probably hard to see, but it is there, so don't worry, all of these will show up a lot stronger. And right there. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is now we're going to make this a little bit smaller. We're going to zoom in over here in the corner. Just make that just a little bit like that. And we're going to touch all that up, so don't worry. Okay, so now that we have that going around her neck, I mean, it looks fine, but it's not even close to what we actually want. So now we're going to create a new layer. So we're on, this was our pearl layer, our necklace layer, and then we have a new layer on top of it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we're going to select pure black, and we're going to come over here to our layers, and we're going to drop the opacity to about 47%. We might need to drop it a little bit more, we'll see. Okay, so now let's zoom back in. Now, mind you, sorry for the motorcycle, if you guys can hear that. Okay, now mind you, our shadows are pretty much all falling on this side, so we want to make sure that's very important. So we're going to start on this corner. Let's see, that's too big, so that's what I'm saying, we're going to have to scale it down more, and also need to drop the opacity on it, but we'll hold off on that. Oh, yeah, also too, we need to be using the airbrush tool for this. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's zoom in even a little bit more. Okay, now what you're going to do is on the right side of these little pearls, I want to make just small little shadows, very small, all the way. And keep going. I'm probably going to split this video up into two parts, so just so you guys know. So we're going to get the necklace done in this video, and then the second video we'll probably start on the background. Okay. Just like that. And actually, this is a very easy way to actually make a really cool looking necklace, just so you guys know. So this will probably be a lot of fun for you guys. Okay, so now we can zoom out. Now, as you can see, it has these little dark, well, these little things we just made, little dark spots. But what we want to do now is we want to drop the opacity on them even more. Okay, so hopefully you can see that there's a small little bit of contrast, and we're going to merge those two layers together. Now, this doesn't necessarily look like it's really on her, so how can we fix that? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer underneath that our necklace layer. So here's the necklace layer right here, and we want to have a layer right here. Yoo-hoo! Right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have black, we have our airbrush tool, and we have our new layer. So now what we're going to do is almost the exact same thing, but just a tad bit different. So here's what we're going to do. We're drawing underneath, and we want the shadows, not humongous shadows, but just a little bit. We want these little shadows from the little pearls that are casting a shadow onto her skin. Oh my gosh, getting a text. Sorry about that. I always forget to turn my Wi-Fi off when I start these, but regardless, whatever. Anyway, so now we're going to just add just slight little shadows. And one right here. And then some more right here. Okay, so now, as you can see, it looks more like it's more resting on her skin because now we have our shadows there. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop the opacity a little bit. Not too much, but I dropped mine to 59%. So now you can kind of see it looks more like it's just resting there and it's not just floating like in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so now we're going to merge those two layers, and then the last thing that we're, well, not the last thing, well, getting close, getting there, oops, that's supposed to be underneath. We're going to create a new layer, and I'm going to grab our pencil tool. We're going to go select white, make sure you're on the new layer, and here's what we're going to do. Let's see, how thick is this? Okay, we need to make that much thinner. Okay, so that's almost decent. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Now what we're going to do is very, 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 very lightly, we're just going to make a small line. This is the line that's oops. This is the line that is connecting all of these little beads together. Okay, so we have one there, and we're going to add a double one. And one right there. Oops, I'm going to do better than that. Okay. So now, as you can see, there is a small little line connecting all of these, and that just helps with more like realism. We can fade it down a little bit just so it's not super, super strong. So you can kind of see it right there. Okay, now one of the last things I'm going to do is we want these to actually look like they have like a little bit of like kind of a little shine to them. So we're going to create a new layer, go back to our airbrush tool, make sure we have white, which we do. We're going to come over here, we're going to drop our opacity to about 53%, and that was probably going to change. Then what we're going to do, because we want this to look more like light is casting off of these, so very lightly, we're just going to add just a little bit of shine onto these. Very lightly. This is what I'm talking about. Like, if you guys have watched some of my old videos, I talk about small little details, and these are the things that actually really stand out. Okay, there we go. So now we have a necklace, and I plan on doing more as we go on with this tutorial, with the series of this tutorial, but I'm going to go ahead and end the video for right now, right here. But yeah, so you guys let me know what you think of this tutorial, if it was helpful to you, and feel free to yeah, just leave some comments in the comment section below, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think so far. This picture, when it's done, it is going to go up in a framing store with a bunch of art and stuff, so that would be cool. I'm actually shooting a video this week with the owner of that store, so I'm going to try to edit that together soon and get that to you guys so you guys can see it. Alright, so until next time, I will see you guys in the next video, and again, we'll be working on the background, so we're going to do something really nice and fancy. Alright, so you guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.